to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, High YAHAWASHI. You know, we out here another weekend preaching the downfall of America, telling our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true tribes, true 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, and it's time to come back to our Father, who is YAHAWASHI. That is his real name. It is not Jesus. It is not Christ. It's nothing else. Those are the real names. Okay, and we're coming to a time where, man, it's going to get hectic. All right, so it's high time to awaken out of sleep. Okay, it's time to come back to the Lord right now, because this place is just wicked, man. It's just evil. Evil is running rampant here. All right, give me the scripture.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's how you know these so-called broadcasts, these rats, aren't the real children of YAHAWASHI, because the people are mourning right now. All right, the people are you know, they're basically mourning. They're depressed. I'm glad you said that, because depression is running rampant amongst our community, and that wasn't a big thing a couple years ago. All right, you know, that's suicide is real big in our community now. That was never really our thing. We never really got into that. That was more of an Esau thing. But now that's happening to us, because this place is wicked, man. Everything here is wicked. There's nothing righteous here. And then when you try to be righteous, you get pushback. Okay, and we're trying to tell our people that it's time to awaken out of sleep and come back to the Lord, because the sooner more people wake up, we can get up out of here, man. Okay, we need that 144,000 sealed. Okay, that's why when brothers say, you know, to brothers that, you know, always preaching about getting Esau and we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Yeah, I get it, man. We angry. We want to get our revenge back. But at the end of the day, man, the most important thing is for our people to repent, and so we can be sealed and get up out of here. That's what we're looking for. Okay, we'll be able to hunt soon enough, but it's time right now. We're fishing. All right. You do it again now? Matter of fact, now give me Isaiah 5:20. Yeah, you know, so you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, again, you are the children of Israel. All right, you are the chosen people. When you look in the ghettos, who do you see? It's just us. It's nobody else. And then when you do see these other nations, what are they doing? They're running stores, okay? They're basically got their foot on our neck, okay? That's how you know who we are, okay? When you go back to the curses, everything matches up to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So we need to stop beefing amongst each other. We fighting over hoods that ain't even ours, when we really are brothers and sisters, man. See that?
This is Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Woe meaning destruction, okay? And again, this society, it calls everything that's good evil and everything that's evil good. Okay? What's the delicacies in this world? And food, it's all abominable things. You got escargot, you got lobster, you know, all that bottom feeder seafood stuff. Okay? Everything that you look that's a so-called delicacy in food, it's an abomination to the Lord. Okay? Another thing, this whole abusers of themselves, man. Men dealing with men, women dealing with women. They call that good. They say we can't judge that. No, we are going to judge that, because YAHAWASHI said you shouldn't be doing that, man. It's not natural. All right? But in this society, if you do say that, you can get in trouble. You know?
Bring out real quick. I was watching something on. I was watching a video. It was like one of them sports shows, and Stephen A. Smith was on. So some chick asked him. She said, "Well, be honest." She said, "Have you ever did anal or whatever?" And he said, "No." And then she said, "Well, have you had a woman like go down on you anal?" He said, I prefer not to say it." And everybody like got up and started laughing. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why is people proud of something like that? Like, a woman going down anal on you, like, that's sodomy. Like, you know what I mean? And my thing is, as a man, you have to be bent over like a woman to receive that kind of play. So it's like that shit is wicked, you know? And he's a high prominent person in the sports world. Everybody knows who
Very
Stephen
high.
A. Smith is. You understand?
That's funny you brought that up because I was just watching Joe Budden podcast, and one of the recent episodes they were talking about getting their ass
Salad
ate.
toss.
Right.
Yeah, salad
right.
toss.
Right.
And they were talking about like it wasn't nothing. I'm sitting there like, what? Because again, that's that calling evil good here, man.
Right.
You get looked at weird now if you ain't
Right.
into that. Like what?
Right.
That's why we gotta get out of this place, man. Because our people becoming too comfortable behaving like Esau. Okay? Because years ago, men wasn't into that, man. I'm talking about men in our community wasn't into that. At least they weren't speaking about it publicly. They weren't vocal about it publicly.
Right.
But now it's just out in the open.
That's a shameful act.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shameful act. Like, why would you even admit that? And then my thing is, you would have to get bent over for a woman to do that to you. So you have to be put in like in a submissive position.
And that it's funny you said that because the conversation was, what position are you in when that happens? And they were trying to say like, your back should be towards the bed, and it's like they're making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a manly way to get it done. Like no, it ain't no manly way.
No fucking manly way. Right. So that means if you're laying on your back, your legs is going up. So that's still like being submissive. Like come on, like that shit is off, man.
Give me that was it on that.
Yeah, that was it.
Give me Proverbs 11:1. Yeah, man, it needs to be more righteousness in this world, and that's what we're out here preaching, man. We're trying to do our best. And again, we're not saying we're saved. We call ourselves the scriptures, the hopeful elect, man. We hope that we can get saved, okay? We hope that we don't taste of that fiery death that's coming to this place, America, aka Babylon, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? That's the new version of it, Egypt, all right? This place is going to be burnt to a crisp because they're not following the law, statutes, and commandments of YAHAWASHI, and they're not praising his name. Okay? Everything that we say, this ain't our words, man. It's coming straight from the scriptures. This is YAHAWASHI word. Alright? We're representative of him. So when y'all get mad at us, you ain't really mad at us, you mad at the Lord. You're mad at the Father. And that ain't the person to beef with. Okay?
This is Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
The false balance is abomination to the Lord, okay? Because this place is fully wicked, man. There's no balance here, okay? It's all pure wickedness. There's nothing righteous about this place. And even when you do see certain things, it's misconstrued, okay? It's not taught right. And that also goes to you, man. You got to have a balance about yourself, all right? You can't be out here one way. You can't be out here one way, man. You gotta learn to have balance about yourself. Keep reading.
But a just weight is his delight. Verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom.
God, man. That's why we preach humbleness, man. We preach sincerity. All right? That pride, that's Esau. That's a clear description of Esau. Like now, there's a thing going around amongst our community, not being humble. Okay. What was the Nipsey line? That was like to bring out humble.
Humble beginnings.
Something they never humbled us. Something like that.
Something like that.
But Khan, there's no humbleness in our community. Okay, it's nothing but pride. We think we are gods, but we're gods under YAHAWASHI. Okay, so yeah, you can say we're gods, but there's a ranking in everything. All right, you got to put the Lord and the Father first, man. Keep going.
Verse 3, the integrity of upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them.
The integrity of the upright, what did it say? Integrity of the upright, what?
The integrity of the upright shall guide them.
Shall guide them, okay? So we have to live by integrity, man. We can't let this world distract us from our goals, okay? Because like I said before, when we come out here and preach these things, when we walk this way and throughout our life, okay, from Monday to Sunday, repeating it, we get pushback from it. And that pushback shouldn't what's the word I'm looking for? Sway you away from the Lord, man. It's tough sometimes. You know, sometimes you get quote unquote. I mean, maybe the younger brothers that maybe little less in spirit. You might get embarrassed about certain things. But no, man, stand in the word of YAHAWASHI, man. He's the ultimate. We should not be embarrassed of repping YAHAWASHI. We should put on righteousness. That's what you should be putting. That's the set you should be repping. Okay? Being an Israelite. You got something to say? Come on.
I'm agreeing with you.
Verse 4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death.
Okay, so you out here trying to get all this money, okay? And again, this is not saying, this is not saying money is bad. It's not saying you can't have a good job. It's not saying you can't, work and do things like that. Yes, you're supposed to do those things, but that's not supposed to distract you from the Lord, okay? You're not supposed to put those things above the Lord, all right? So again, there's nothing wrong with that. That goes back to having a balance, man. Yeah, you go get your money, okay? You can do this, you can party, you can do all that. There's nothing wrong with that, but all that comes after the Lord, okay? But in this society, when you have money, you're looked at better, okay? You're held in the high esteem, and that's not what it's about. Because the treasures here means nothing. We gotta, like the scripture says, we gotta store our treasures in heaven, okay? Where moth and rust does not corrupt. All right, that's what we should be doing. That's why we out here in the highways and byways right now on a Friday night. We young men. We could be doing something else. We could be drinking, chilling, going to parties, going to clubs. We could be at the lot concert. I'm about to say, yeah, it's a concert right around the corner. We could be doing all those things. No, but we out here preaching the Lord because that's what we were commanded to do. We're out here making a spectacle of ourselves. And do not be embarrassed of that, man. Read that scripture again. I mean that verse again.
Verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death.
Okay, so that's why we're out here storing our treasures in heaven right now, all right? That's why we're trying to be righteous right now. Because at the end of the day, when those times come, that's what's going to save us. Our faith is going to save us. Our works are going to save us, okay? The hope of YAHAWASHI is going to save us, not the riches, all right? The people that are rich, that don't follow YAHAWASHI, that don't put him first, they're going to be killed in those days. Plain and simple. Cut and dry, all right? So don't make that your main focus, okay? Because if you focus on that takes you away from the Lord. I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you find yourself drifting away from the scriptures, all right? But we're out here telling you to come back, man, to come back to the Lord, all right?
Yeah, I'm going to read verse 5 now. Verse 5, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. Okay. Proverbs verse 11 and 5, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
So if you into mischief, man, if you into not following the scriptures, you're gonna fall into mischief. Okay? That's why you got to stay in these scriptures, man. All right, surround yourself amongst men who are under the umbrella of YAHAWASHI. So those things don't take over you. Like we said, we are in a wicked ass world, man. You know, so it's quote unquote easy to get distracted with those things, but you know. So we don't let those things take over us. All right. That's it. Yeah, that was. Give me Obadiah 1 to 3. Because we was talking about pride. All right, that's a clear description of a certain people. All right, like I was saying earlier, we're taking after Esau right now. Okay, we shouldn't be following after him, his ways.